and welcome to another episode of A Closer Look. Lead singer of Wame Blood and chairman of Foe Association, Johnny Yawari, announced the preparation of a concert for a worthy cause that will fall on the 10th of November at the Hilton Hotel in Port Moresby. Business houses and individuals are urged to purchase tickets and support this worthy cause, aiming to transform lives of the less fortunate and making sure no child is left behind.
This worthy cause concert is said to be the first of its kind for the country to experience and is scheduled for the 10th of November. Mr. Yawari further explained the preparations so far.
The concert preparation is going well. So far we have, the venue is booked. All the necessary things for the concert has been arranged. And the lineup of the artists also been arranged. We've got all our feature artists. They'll be taking part in this event. The likes of Soul Harmony, Achitasi, and Didi Maro, and goes on. And also we have, I think, two or three acts who are coming up, and the whole event has been prepared with the team. So we're looking forward to the event. Hilton being the venue for this event.
According to Mr. Yawari, the funding raised from this exclusive concert will go towards funding of a project worth 1 million kina, aiming to transform the lives of the less fortunate children to have access to quality basic services and ensuring that no child is left behind.
We try to promote education back in the community and in the district. And so far we have built classrooms and staff house, one which is complete. And we will open soon, probably I think end of November. And this one is the next one that we're trying to build. And this fundraising will be a big help for this project. The project is going to cost us almost 1 million kina to build. So we won't raise that much, but at least we can raise enough for us to start the process. And we've already engaged some of the suppliers here in the country. And whatever proceeds that we make from this concert will go towards that. And then the balance, the association will find to fund the project, yeah.
In his mission to make sure no child is left behind, Johnny Yawari has delivered many basic services to communities in Kutubu in the Southern Islands province under the Foe Association. Plans to continue this good course still remain as funding remains a constraint. He further highlighted on the deliverance of major impact project and challenged the government to come on board to support the worthy cause concert.
As a leader, I can't just sit back and see, ignore the importance of our people going through. And in what little way I have, in a small influence, I can bring difference. It's not about me trying to be somebody or trying to become politicians or no. It's about giving back to the community, and I feel happy by doing that.
Taking such initiatives to transform lives, Mr. Yawari revealed that this is all about giving back to the community.
I've built, 2, 3, 4 classrooms. I don't ask for anything, and I'll keep doing it. I've bought an ambulance given to our health center. I've even bought a genset given to a high school, our only secondary school in like Kurubu. And now I'm also doing water project for our schools and our people in the village. So these are the things that we do not for, popularity or not for, I want something in return. Or lots of people, they ask me, why are you doing this? What do you want to get out of it? Are you trying to go to politics? No, it's not about this. It's about giving back to our community, and I feel happy to do this. And when I do that, I sleep peacefully in the night.
When asked why taking such initiatives, this was his response.
For me to do this, and especially for our musicians and the artists who are taking part, is also part of our way of giving back to community. And for us, it's just for charity, and we don't get paid for doing this. This is part of our contribution to the community, and because of the fans that we have that have been supporting our music, and through some of the artists that we are here, and especially us as Warmer Blood, it's one of the biggest bands in the country, but because of our people, and we promote our culture, we promote our heritage, we promote our people, and we promote our province through music.
For the Worthy Cause concert, Mr. Yawari revealed that 20 artists, including the featured artist, will take part in the concert as a way of giving back to the community. He then acknowledged sponsors already on board and made an appeal to business houses to join this good cause.
Hilton has come on board as one of the sponsors for this event. They've given us the venue for free as part of their sponsorship package to this event, and also to Santos for coming on board and as the major sponsor of the show, and also Kumul Petroleum, and also to National Gaming Board. And we also have interest from other sponsors as well. They've given their interest, so we're just following up on them, and I'm also appealing to them. So let's come and enjoy this is going to be the first time that we've played live. I mean, we've been playing in clubs and this, but people really don't enjoy the music. So if you really want to enjoy the music and listen to some of the biggest artists in the country, I think this is a good time. You can come enjoy your meal, enjoy your wine, and you can just have a listen to some of the beautiful PNG contemporary songs that our guys will play on the night.
Mr. Yawari highlighted one of the greatest investment one can do is giving back to their community. Tickets of this exclusive concert, the For a Worthy Cause, stands at 1,000 kina per head and 10,000 kina for a table, and is sold at the WB outlet at Hilton and Stanley Hotels in Port Moresby.
We take a quick breather now, and when we return, we take a look at the systematic screening intervention for tuberculosis, or TB for short. Welcome back to a closer look. In this segment, we take a look at an advancement achieved in the interest to address an ever-present infectious disease in the country. Amidst the many irrefutable challenges in the health sector of Papua New Guinea, there are notable milestone achievements the health sector has attained. One such is recently launched NCD Systematic Screening Intervention Program for Tuberculosis, commonly known as TB.
Tuberculosis, or TB, is an infectious disease that mainly affects the lungs. The germs that cause this disease are caused by a type of bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is a slow-growing bacterium that thrives in areas of the body that are rich in blood and oxygen. It is known that TB is curable if treated with the right medication. However, many lives were lost because people fail or ignore to get treatment.
Dr. Sipak Biep, National Department of Health Executive Manager of Public Health, revealed that TB is a major public health burden in the country, and PNG has the highest incidence and mortality rates in the Western Pacific region and is also among the top 30 high-burden countries globally. It is not just a public health burden, but also an emerging socio-economic emergency. If not properly addressed by the government, will lead to a socio-economic crisis in the future. To give you a fair idea on the disease, Dr. Bieb will share with you the statistics of TB.
TB is one of the top 5 causes of death in Papua New Guinea. 5,000 people die of TB every year. Compare that with COVID-19. Over a 4-year period where we had over 40,000 cases confirmed of COVID-19 and only 780 deaths over 4 years. So if we extrapolate those figures, over the 4-year period of COVID-19, 20,000 people have died from TB in Papua New Guinea. These are the statistics. Statistics don't lie. TB is the leading cause of death among people living with HIV. TB incidence is 424 per 100,000 population in PNG. This translates to 5 new cases of TB out of every 1,000 people in each community.
Ending tuberculosis by 2030 is one of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. However, it requires adequate investment, coordination, and cooperation among all concerned stakeholders. Dr. Chala Ruda, who represented WHO during the SSI launching, said, "If the fight to end TB is not given priority, we'll have a far-reaching adverse health and economic consequences in the country."
And if we are able to meet the 2030 target, we could avoid about $13 trillion economic loss globally. So looking at the progress made in ending TB so far, we find that the progress is not impressive, as I said earlier. And the major reason behind the lack of progress towards meeting the UN target for TB is the gap we see in detection of TB in the community. So the detection gap, which is defined as about 3 to 4 million TB patients not being reached by the health systems every year, means that we are actually not really, we are not meeting our every year target of reaching the unreached population in the community. This gap of 3 to 4 million TB patients not being reached would also cause avoidable deaths, and it also would increase the transmission of TB. It continues to increase the transmission of TB within the community. So far, we have relied on passive case detection to detect TB patients. As you know, our healthcare workers are sitting in the health facilities and waiting for patients to come to the health facility and get diagnosed. And this strategy has proven to be not very effective.
To combat, eliminate, and eradicate tuberculosis in Papua New Guinea, the National Department of Health with its partners have launched the Systematic Screening Intervention, or SSI, for TB. The SSI is the latest technology instrument which will be used for screening and diagnosing TB, which the World Health Organization strongly recommends.
Systematic screening for TB in the community is therefore considered one of the major strategies of TB elimination, and it has been proved to be effective in many countries for reducing death from TB, and also for reducing transmission of TB in the community by detecting and treating TB early.
Go. We officially launched the project, and the project is now live.
This is a step forward to addressing TB, and NCD is the first in the country to have the SSI. All citizens right across the nation's capital in all 3 districts will have access to this service through mobile trucks. These mobile trucks have an inbuilt TB laboratory and a chest X-ray with trained professional health workers to attend to public who wish to get checked for TB. The National Department of Health with its partners are looking forward to roll out this initiative to other parts of the country.
Don't go away. When we return, we place a spotlight on marine conservation. You are watching A Closer Look. PNG's principal marine and coastal ecosystems include 13,840 square kilometers of coral reefs, 4,200 square kilometers of mangrove swamp forests, and extensive seagrass beds. The country is home to more than 500 species of stony coral, 1,634 reef-associated fish species, 43 mangrove species, and 13 seagrass species. Because of the diversity of life found in the habitats created by coral, reefs are often called rainforests of the sea. About 25% of the ocean's fish depend on healthy coral reefs. They are also a source of food and new medicines. Over 500 million people depend on reefs for food, income, and protection.
In a great effort in saving this important marine life, the Conservation Environment Protection Authority in Papua New Guinea has taken a significant step in safeguarding the precious coral reefs under the Coral Triangle Initiative program. This determined program is centered on coral conservation, fisheries, and food security, has gathered the support of 6 countries including PNG. Due to the growing concerns about the deteriorating health of coral reefs, SEPA's initiative focuses on the protection and rehabilitation of coral ecosystems, vital for the sustenance of marine life. By fostering collaboration with other participating nations, including Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Solomon Islands, and Timor-Leste, SEPA aims to increase the impact of their conservation efforts. In the 9th MPAREX-VMP, or Marine Protected Area Regional Exchange meeting, which aimed to attain the goals and targets of the Regional Plan of Action, Goal number 3, which is the establishment and management of marine protected areas. Papua New Guinea has shared its experience on traditional marine conservation practices to other participating countries.
We would like to bring culture into the modern world and allow us to practice doing marine conservation using our traditional culture. And so in that, we can practice that outside in the outer area with or without the government being there. They will continue to do marine protection in a small way, but it also contributes to marine conservation in a big way. And so Coral Triangle Initiative on coral reefs, fisheries, and food security is trying to promote that, and SEPA as the focal point for this arrangement is working closely with Climate Change Development Authority, National Fisheries Authority, and the Provincial Administration, especially the Marine Provincial Administration, to help promote these conservation practices using culture.
In a collaborative effort, SEPA have included the practitioners or marine conservation officers from 4 coastal provinces in Papua New Guinea, namely Manus, New Island, Bougainville, and Million Bay, including the practitioners in Central Province, to mainly promote cultural perspective in marine conservation. Tracy Boslogo from New Island Province, who works as a marine conservation officer with the Wildlife Conservation Society, shared her experience working with the locals in New Island on traditional practices of marine conservation.
Plus tatimol program lo LMMA networking and lo disla program now mi play using mol province officers lo identify mol local champions mi play kwale mol line lo peles we olia to li kamapim disla ting lo kautim sol waranarip blol one tem all passing tumbuna blol all customs blol sampla oli intentionally kamapim na sampla because lo narapla ol custom work na emili di mole kamlo oli luki mosem because ol work custom mosem lo tambu imri maybe because someone need die and ol luki mosem stock and recover all marine animals only come back na coral and grow good so I'll just continue lo this like
A field activity was conducted by the SEPA group at Tutu Beach in Port Moresby to demonstrate modern techniques used for coral nursery. SEPA was assisted by a local marine conservation group called the Kaima Foundation, who demonstrated the coral nursery techniques. The coral nursery demonstration aimed to impart the techniques to the practitioners that came from the 4 provinces.
So it's been part of our traditional since then. So this concept of nursery, it's something new where we're trying to teach or train the local conservationists to go back to their own respective provinces, and then they can try to do coral nursery to restore the degraded sites they have within their protected areas. So in PNG, we have 5 different methods or techniques for coral nurseries that we are using. We are using the A-frame, table frame, rope nursery, cookies, and the reef star. And in PNG, we have 2 local NGOs who are champion in doing the coral nursery. And they started their work 3 or 4 years back. And the sites their pilot site is within the Bootless Bay National Marine Sanctuaries. So they have several nursery sites within Bootless Bay where they do the nursery, and then they hours from the nursery, and then they go and outplant at the degraded sites.
Demonstrating the techniques used in coral nursery, SEPA have invited their event sponsors, Total Energy and USAID, to participate in the field activity at Tutu Beach in Port Moresby. The Biodiversity Offset Coordinator of Total Energy, Elijah Nagombi, talked about his company's objective in supporting marine conservation.
In supporting conservation efforts like what SEPA is doing now, the Coral Triangle Initiative, as well as the local NGOs that are looking at restoring the mangroves and the coral reefs, it's something that the company is really happy to support as part of our community engagement and part of our offset programs. And in offset programs itself, we work with local NGOs, research institution. We've signed an MOU with the Nature Park, with the Forest Research Institute, to look into how we can strengthen the capacity into research for biodiversity values that we have in the country.
Unfortunately, coral reef ecosystems are severely threatened. Some threats are natural, such as diseases, predators, and storms. Other threats are caused by people, including pollution, sedimentation, unsustainable fishing practices, and climate change, which is raising ocean temperature and causing ocean acidification. The Conservation Environment Protection Authority, as a focal point of the Triangle Initiative, is encouraging everyone to take part in the conservation of marine life. They urge government and non-government organizations to support this work to protect this marine ecosystem.
And that's all we have for you on tonight's episode. Join us same time next week for another episode. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Goodbye.